Hey guys, Carlos here with Bearable Traders, and here's my recap for today. We had another clean day of trading today. Again, just a lot of great setups in our watch list. The stock market has been trading really clean, which has given us some good opportunities to take advantage of. ANF was a trade we had today, so let's go there. ANF had tons of volume this morning in the pre-market, and look at this beautiful opening range breakup on ANF. So I got in right here. I saw this pullback. I wanted to wait for the 5 minutes here, and I did do that. But then I had this pullback. I missed my entry. A better entry would have been anywhere over here. Once I got in, it did get a nice pop, so I took some off here. But then it didn't get the continuation I was looking for when I got in. It comes right back down. This consolidation starts happening here. It just continues to reject these levels. So I took everything out here. After that, it became a beautiful trade. If you went back in here, if you look at the 5 minute chart here, it just comes down to the moving averages right to VWAP, and then it takes off again. I should have gotten back into this trade, but I didn't for some reason, and then it just takes off nicely, cracks the high of day, and it gets right to this level at 26.05. Andrew took this trade right from here. He's trying out this new 2 minute opening range breakup strategy. He got in right in here and took advantage of this beautiful pop on the way up. So just a very nice and clean trade. I also had a trade on BPTH. BPTH actually got into this trade very early on in the pre-market. And let me show you what I saw on BPTH right over here on the 1 minute chart. So I was watching this trade, getting tons of volume. We've seen the stock from having a huge day last week as well. It went up, it gapped up nicely, and it just ran the whole day. So on here, what I liked about this, it was just consolidating into a point. Getting right into a point right above the moving averages, and I said this could be a good risk to reward here. So I got in long here, set a stop loss around 640. And again, this type of stock, it is a low flow. We don't trade this often. We do watch them, but it's not our go-to. It's not our niche for sure. But then it took off from there, gave me a nice cushion, and I took some off at 7 and then brought my stop loss to break even at that point. So at that point, I was in the driver's seat, and the rest it just took off from there. But again, the key thing on these stocks, guys, is you have to make sure you stick to your stop loss and you calculate your risk. You do not want to be in this trade if you're not going to execute your stop loss immediately. And if you have troubles with the hotkeys getting out of stops because you have to make a decision, make sure you're using your stop limit orders, right? These type of stocks you don't want to play around with. You don't want to get caught in a situation where this thing drops on you, because it could drop on you very hard and very fast. So you want to be careful with that. Next thing we have on here, right before the open, I took some more off. So more off at the open as well. It does this dip to VWAP again, still not testing my break-even point. At this point, I was set out to just let this ride out and see where it can get. Based on what it did last week, I knew there was a chance this thing could run, and it did. This is not normal. This stock goes from $5 today over to 12. I mean, this is just insane. So I just took profits on the way up, guys. Every time it broke a newer high, I was taking profits on the way up. Then I left a little bit, about 50, not even 50, I think it was 25 shares left, just in case this thing was going to rip higher throughout the day, and took it out here before the close. I almost had a thought about leaving this overnight, but then I remembered, this is not a good rule. You don't want to turn a day trade into a night trade, whether it's a green trade or a red trade. It's just something you don't want to do. Not saying that whoever did that made a bad decision, but it's just something that I have as a rule not to do. Then GE, something weird happened in GE. I don't know, for some reason I got into this trade before the pre-market in error. I must have hit a hotkey error with 250 units. I don't know, because I don't have a hotkey for 250 units that I'm aware of. So I don't know how this happened, but I realized it after the open. I saw that I had a position open on GE. So I wait for it to come back into green, and as soon as it did, I just took everything out. ZAYO was a trade that actually ended up working out. Sold off here, came back up. Me and Brian were trading live, and we're looking at this trade at the same time. Let me show you the 1 minute chart, because this trade actually turned out to be pretty nice. We went short here, just looked very weak, right? It was kind of on a downtrend. Look at the moving averages, all facing down. I got in here right before 25.90, and it pops up, so I was stopped out. The reason I let this go a little more, because it was hesitating right in here, so I was not sure if it was going to hesitate, head back down. I waited a bit, then it squeezed up, and I just got out here for a small loss. On the way back down, I said, okay, now it might be ready to do a short, so I got back in for a short. Again, comes right back to this 2580, I believe it was. Yeah, 2588. Just couldn't crack it again, and this time I just got out. And the minute I get out, look at this, just drops nicely. This is the move we're looking for. On the 5-minute chart, you can see it just drops all the way down to, what's that, 25.66 or so. So just a perfect drop here. And then I just want to show you this. I don't want to make this recap too long, but I know a lot of traders took advantage of this great trade here. It comes back up. Some news comes out in Benzinga about them being backed up, and then it just takes off from there, hitting all the levels we had, hitting our 27.03, which is the high of the day. We had this level here as well. Once it cracks that, continues to go higher. A lot of traders also got in this area here on the pullback and took advantage of this move. So just the market's trading really well, giving us a lot of great clean moves. Hopefully you're taking advantage of them as well, and hopefully you had a good trading day. So see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 Eastern time, for the pre-market show, so we can prepare our list and we can go over how these stocks traded in the pre-market show. And see you guys then. Take care.